we can, as a people, we can sit here and say, okay, well, this person is a genius, that person is a genius. To what extent? No one is a genius. They're only a genius in the field that they're in. The only the only spirit individual in any shape or form, in flesh and out of flesh, that is a genius is God, the Almighty and all knowing. And I like to reflect back on Sheldon, because for some reason when people refers to a genius or something like that, they like to refer to the Big Bang Theory and like to refer to Sheldon, all of that. And I'm gonna say it once, as I say it again, so twice, so I can be clearly understood. Sheldon is not a genius. He's a genius in the field that he is in. He is not a man of wisdom and knowledge and morals. He don't even know how to be a boyfriend to his girlfriend Amy. He do not know how to understand and relate and even solve other people's issues. He's a genius in science, but he would not be able to make it on the street of regular average people, maybe because of the color of his skin. But to be a genius, in my opinion, you must be the almighty and all-knowing. You must be overall, you must be smart. Define smart. You must have some type of education, higher education, understanding of the world. You have wisdom. You have not. You're all the way around. And that takes time. That doesn't take you just because you went to a school and you did this and you passed and you was the highest of your class. You're a fucking genius. No, excuse my French. You're a genius in the field that you're in. Okay, we have to stop trying to basically look for one person that can give us the answers, or look for one person that we don't know. You must look at yourself and learn and gain the knowledge and the wisdom and the education for yourself. It's nothing wrong with reaching out to others and all this other stuff, but to simply say that this person is a genius and they have all the answers, you will fail every time. To be a genius is to know that no one in the world has all the answers. I say it again, to be a true genius is to know that no one in the world has all the answers but the Almighty and all knowing. Right? The beginning and the end, the Omega, the Magnificent. I say this because we, as the people, we like to go to each other. And, let me give a little bit more what I'm saying. What I mean by go to each other is a lot of us is looking at each other for things that a regular human can't give you. Now, when I say a regular human, let me give a little bit of detail to what I mean by that. What I mean by a regular human is the people that are not in the politicians, the people that are not in the government, the people that are not in Congress, the people that um, may be considered blue collar, or just hardworking people, middle class, whatever you want to call it, right? I say this because a lot of a lot of information and answers that people are looking for, uh, you won't ever get them from the people. You must get them from the source that is the creator of it all, that's creating it all, that is writing out these laws, that is writing out these loans or grants and giving all of. Why do you think all of the activists, from Al Sharpton to Malcolm to Martin to all of them, right, were on their way to Washington? Because they knew where the illusion of the power lies. May they rest in peace. They didn't get a chance to do that because people killed them off from the government, but they knew where it was. See, Brother Martin and Brother Malcolm, Reverend Al Sharpton, et cetera, the Black Panthers, Miss Shakur, et cetera, et cetera. They knew Now, I don't sit here, I'm not saying about what's right and wrong, but when we're talking about civil rights and change, just because, see, here's the thing. They learned as they grew that it was more more than the blacks, right? That this was going on all the way around the world. So they knew, right? We have to go to the source because they knew, oh, my brother, you can't do nothing for me if we're in the same boat. We must stick together. Give me an example. If you have some workers at we take a regular job, McDonald's, right? And they wanted to get better pay, et cetera, whatever. Going to your other worker and saying, "Oh, yeah, da 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 da, I want better pay," than it's not going to help. They're not the manager. Now, if you go to your brother or your sister and you say, "Listen, how do you feel about this?" and they feel the same way, then y'all could come over and do something together and go to the manager. But nothing will be done or get done without going to the head, which is the manager. See, what I'm trying to tell to you, my people, is that stop looking at each other to make change, but look at each other to help each other to get the change. I'm gonna say it again. Stop looking at each other for change because that person working next side by you and all that, it's not writing laws. It's not setting the amendments. It's not giving you the sources, the grants, the loans to advance yourself. It's not opening up better for schools. It's not doing that. They're not. They don't have the power. My brothers and sisters, we must turn to the government. We must finish the walk that Malcolm, Martin, and so many others wanted to do. We must stand united because that's what this country is called, United States, not divided states, right? Now, there comes a time where you have politicians where they want you to pick Republicans, Democrats, and da, 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 and you may do with that as you please. But my brothers and sisters, you cannot turn, you should not turn and get mad at the next person who is going through the same thing that you're doing, if not better or worse. But join hands and find out what the issues is and take that walk to Washington. See, nobody finished the walk. It's time. See, my brothers and sisters, and I use that term, brothers and sisters, because at one point, I didn't feel like I had brothers and sisters in this world, right? But then when I realized, no, they all might not be my brothers and sisters, but I do have them out here. I do have them out here. See, what I see is the growth of technology. What I see is the growth of the entertainment is in the growth of technology. But what I don't see is the growth of the people. I don't see the growth of the people, the growth in schools, the growth in education, the growth in education, the growth in education. I don't see it. I still see segregation. Until this day, they have schools that say only Jews can go in. Until this day, they have schools when you go to this school, they have poverty and no and don't have this and have less of that compared to that school. The people are still struggling. I understand that things may seem free, that everybody can join or everybody can do so. It don't seem like, oh, we're being racist or we're excluding out, but that's untrue. I'm here to tell you that's untrue. The more that the people are speaking out or trying to help people and say, well, you can do this and this is how you can move here, they're shutting it down. So I'm not telling you, my people, do not speak. Speak your voice or forever hold your peace. But understand that when you are doing this, my people, right? Let's find different sources of doing this because the information that you are giving out, all they're doing is putting stops to it. There still is a low ratio of Black Americans in school. Now, I cannot speak about the other states because I have yet to travel and continue to travel to those states, and I will to find. But for my state, from what I've said, there's still a lack of Black Americans. There's a lack. I can prove that. They like to say, oh, urban. They went from ghetto to urban to switch it. No, what they're saying is ghetto. It is time to take the walk to Washington. It is time. They want to give you the information supposedly, but you have to pay for it. You have to pay for it. You have to pay to find out what information. Ludicrous. No Black American should have to pay to find their history of their ancestors in America. I'm gonna say it again. No Black American should have to pay to find their history of their ancestors in America. You did it. You fix it. You stole it. You took it. You give it back. My brothers and sisters, as much as you don't want to say it or believe it or want to scream so much that we have changed, we still have a long way to go. I ask myself, who is willing to walk that walk to Washington? Who is willing to travel and continue that path? Because even down to where we're living at, the prices of homes and the values of things, we hear it all on these apps. No one can afford. So if no one can afford where they're at or whatever, how can you live? If you check the numbers and the facts from the business loans, the small business loans, the Chinese people or the whites or the Jews or whoever get way more than the Black people. The numbers don't lie. To be a Black person, you can barely even get a business loan unless you probably know somebody. People saying that there's loans, a business loan. Please show me the banks that's giving them out. Because all of these banks has been robbing people from Wells Fargo to Bank of America. If it's not true, you can always sue and do what y'all do because it's true. The facts are there. The people out there. It's time to take that walk to Washington. It's time. Now, here's the thing. When it comes down to these properties and things and such, my issue is, see, I don't know if I want to save this for the next chapter or if I want to continue because it's a little bit of, it's a little long, but it's not long because I had a lot of thoughts about um, how we are living today with the apartments and all everything. Believe me, they know. They know. I think that my issue is you see it. See, if you read a lot of the activists and you were into the politician things, what you're seeing now is what they said they would do when they say they will build buildings and put everybody in boxes and it won't be enough for people to be able to afford it. That's what's happening. My people, in the words of so many activists and messengers who came before me, our people are struggling. Our people is struggling. And it's not about, of course, um, I see that black people, until this day, needs more help. I'm going to say this and then we'll touch on it when I come back. If an immigrant comes here, right, within 5 years, they get help with everything from housing to food to jobs, right? Tax free. Now, when you say, oh, what do you mean tax free? If they get a job, they have to pay taxes. Well, most immigrants, when they come over here, they can't even work. So let's start there, even though I don't know why. I will put them extremely back to work. And I'm not talking about illegal. I'm talking about the legal. See, everybody loves to talk about the illegal. We understand that you're illegal. You have to go back. You have to do what you have to do. But let's talk about the legal immigrants and the housing and how things is going because it all comes together. I believe that this world belongs to no man. Now, it's very unfortunate that the way that the government has set it up, there's rules and regulations for each country, right? But this is my question as being an American citizen all my life. When I get up and I get a passport and I go to these countries will lock me up, Lord forbid, put me in the gutter, or Lord forbid, kill me before they help me with anything. But yet we have our people that's already over here, the Americans, black, white, China, all that was born here, who has been getting taxed since the day we were born. We go over to their country. We don't get help with food and housing. We must work. We must know somebody out there. We must sell our bodies. We must sell drugs. We must do whatever to just lay from day to day and still might get, Lord forbid, killed or robbed. But when these legal immigrants come over here because they're legal, they get treated better than the average American. See, I don't have no questions for my fellow American. I have questions for the government. Why? Do not lie. I have the research to prove it. Within 5 years, see, my problem is this is the average American has been paying taxes here all their life. And they don't get a free 5 years of non-working and getting free food and free service. They don't get that. They don't get that. Every legal immigrant that comes over here should at least give us 5 years, 5 to 10 years of work. Because you have to understand that free money that they're getting from food stamps and housing, that's coming from off the American people back. What do we get in return? Excuse my French. What do we get in return? See, my people, we must think. Well, you're worrying about the illegal ones, and indeed you should be. But worry about the legal ones too. So now I'm sure I'm gonna have a lot of legal immigrants who say something or feel some type of way. But I ask you this: can I come? Every legal immigrant who will hear my book and read my auto and have things to say, can I ask you something? Can I come to your country and get all that free service? Can I come to where you live? Right? Don't have to work, get free food, get free housing, get all the free stuff. Can I do that? Or will you kill me or use me as a sex slave or do whatever you do? Or do I have to come there already with work? See, my people, the land belongs to no man. So do I think immigrants and legal immigrants have a right? Indeed, they do. But what I'm having a problem with is I'm talking to my government. Why? The minute a legal immigrant get a card to come here, they should be put to work. And before they're able to receive any food stamps or any housing, we need at least 5 years of taxes from them. At least 5 years. They're not able to file no taxes and get money back. And if they are able to file, it's because they're working. Within 5 years, they get all this free stuff, right? So within 5 years, the minute they get a visa, they should be already having a job when they come here. All of that, they don't have to work for 5 years makes no sense to me. Because for the years that I'm coming here, you already ran their background. You already know they're Clinton. What do the American peoples get? Because as a citizen, I've been here all my life. I haven't received anything. It's hard to get a business home. It's hard to finish school and pay for school. The government don't want to pay for that. But yet these people come over here. They're getting checks to go to school, inherit Spanish checks. I see them because I'm in college. I see what they get. But you don't see that for black people. So I'm gonna leave it here at that. I reached my mark. I have more to say, but I'll come back and we'll do another chapter. But think about what I said. Once again, you can have your feelings about what I say, and indeed you're entitled to. But I have no tolerance for disrespect because I do not disrespect others. You want to be legal, you want to come over here, you want the treatment, but can we get the same treatment in your country? Will we get the same treatment in your country?